Hello and welcome to a special episode of Business Extra Podcast from The National with me, David Dunn. In this edition, we are looking at MBG Corporate Services, an international consulting organisation with multiple verticals and a strong female leadership at all levels. It offers a unique combination of services in fields including taxation, legal advisory, audit and assurance, risk advisory, and business and transaction advisory. Further, MBG is one of the few empanelled firms for the ICV programme. Here to tell us more and to explain their roles in making the company flourish in the UAE and the broader region, we have Akiko Yamane, Partner Foreign Enterprise Business and Transaction Advisory, and Lydia Wummel Tyagi, Partner European Enterprise Marketing, Oil and Gas Advisory. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Hi, David.
Now, before we get into the questions, please tell us a little bit more about yourselves, Yamane.
Okay, so my journey started from the UK, where I studied and started my career with the engineering company. I was handling accounts and administrations, and I was young then, so I was very eager to grow and ready to take more responsibilities. But then soon realized that there are challenges, like education system or the job placement system is quite different from the UK and Japan. So I felt really stuck because I needed experience to move up, but then to gain that experience, I needed to be given an opportunity. Then, to my surprise, one of the job agents offered me a job in India, the country where I had never been and I didn't know anything about. But then somewhere in me thought that, why not? After all, 1.3 billion people live there, so I could manage to be one of them. And if it gives me an opportunity to grow, worth taking leap. That's how I joined MBG back in 2006. But I thought of a short journey turned into more than 19 years of unforgettable, rich experience.
Brilliant, thank you. Lydia?
Yeah, first of all, thanks, David, for having us here. Well, mine is a tale of three cities. First, New Delhi, Dubai, and now Doha. I actually started with MBG in New Delhi as a management trainee, and I still remember one of the first days in office, and I asked my seniors, so how many European customers are we working with? And the answer was quite simple, not many, that's why you are here. And honestly, at that time, just being a trainee, it felt like an impossible task. But this impossible task has come a very rewarding journey. Today, both me and Yamane-san, we lead truly international teams. I have colleagues from Germany, Austria, France, Italy, Spain, UK, and the Arab world. And we work with more than hundreds of European customers, including many Fortune 500 companies. So from long hours of research and stepping into the office with a lot of uncertainty, being a trainee, this impossible task has become a very rewarding journey. And while I moved from initially Delhi to Dubai, and now I'm managing the European team in Doha as well, I noticed that, work is not always about work itself, but also about growth, learning, and believing in something that initially seems unattainable.
Excellent. Okay, so it seems you both have come a long way. MBG has come a long way in a relatively short period of time as well. Established in 2002, it's now got 600 employees, I think, based across numerous countries, offering a long list of services to a variety of clients, including government bodies. So can you tell me a little bit more about that growth journey and what MBG brand stands for, including its vision?
Sure, I can take that actually with 23 years of experience and now 16 offices across 8 countries. Our journey has been from just a vision of Mr. Batra turning into a trusted partner for clients across industry and government institution as well. If you look at our history, we actually started as a tax advisory firm, but we have now embraced into an integrated service provider. So we support companies at every stage of their company's life cycle, right from doing market research, company setup, up to compliance and very complex legal and tax advice. Also, we focus a lot on internal controls and strengthening corporate governance. And one thing which surely sets us apart is that we focus on long-term relationships. So in MBG, every customer has a dedicated relationship manager who speaks the language, understands the culture, and serves as a single point of contact. So if a customer comes, he has a legal problem, the relationship manager supports. If he has a tax problem, so we provide very integrated support. So the journey that we've had so far and the trust that the clients have given us is actually aligned with MBG's vision, which is driving value, not just for our clients, but also our employees.
Okay, great stuff. Now, I understand you have something of a unique team at MBG, not least because your company boasts experience in all major industries, which enables it to deliver a holistic approach with no need for outsourcing. So how would you say that is both impactful and reassuring to current clients and potential clients who may be watching this? Yamane.
Yeah, you see, today, many clients faces very complex challenges from tax to legal, language, cultures, and operational hurdles. So with all our expertise under one roof, we deliver very seamless, integrated, and customized solutions without need of outsourcing. And both me and Lydia leads the very diversified international team from Japan, China, and all of our global expertise helps European hidden champions and Fortune 500 companies across Asia, Middle East, and Europe, sometimes beyond. And what makes us different is how we handle these linguistic or cultural gaps. It can be a Japanese companies entering into GCC markets or European firms expanding into India. With all our background and on-the-ground expertise, we make these complex expansions feel very smooth and supported.
Okay, excellent. So we've established that one of the key strengths driving MBG's success is its people. On a personal level, as women working in what's traditionally a male-heavy consulting sector, what challenges have you faced as a female leader during your career, Lydia?
Yeah, see, if there's one thing that I've learned over the years, that as a woman leader, you have to believe in yourself and lead with confidence, and you should not have excuses or assumption held you back. I remember actually one particular incident. I was still in my early years at MBG, and I entered a meeting alone of a group CFO of a large European customer, and he asked me, so where are your seniors? When are they joining? And I answered, it's just me. So I'll be able to manage the meeting. And today I smile because that reminds me that at MBG, leadership has no gender, title, or even age barrier. And of course, coming to your question on the challenges, both Yamane-san and me, we are mothers. I have two small children, so managing work and family is not always easy, but I've learned to take this empathy as a strength. And I'm myself proud that across the teams that I'm leading, more than 50% of the positions are held by women. Because I believe what the company has given me is my responsibility also to give back. And if women support each other, they can actually lift whole communities. So yeah, I believe we can do it all.
Brilliant. Sounds very much like it. And what about you, Yamane?
Yeah, to me, the toughest part has never been the work itself. It's navigating culture, support systems, and balancing out between professional responsibilities with emotional demand. In Japan, women's leadership is still quite rare. And the meetings at conferences, boardrooms, these are still quite male-dominated. But in contrast, in India and the UAE, I see so many women shaping the very powerful decisions. And in my organizations, I never felt a gender inequality. And our leadership has been working towards 50-50 gender parity at all levels. And as Lydia said, as a personal front, I'm a mother. Of course, balancing between professional and the family has never been easy. And my job involves me to travel very frequently. So always the guilt feeling has been my constant companion. Then I cannot remember one specific incident. To reduce my guilt, one day I planned my business trip to coincide with my son's school excursion. I thought he'd be, with friends, having fun, so problem sorted. I came back from the business trip, went to school to pick him up. Then teacher practically pounced on me. So I was confused. I just came to collect my son. What could I have done wrong? Then, in that, during that trip, he's got bitten by a dog, taken to the hospital for injections, and teacher was trying to reach me, but I was away from the country and not reachable. At that moment, I felt that I had failed as a mother. But then looking back, I have no regret, that these kind of challenges or struggles shaped me and made me build resilience, independence, and helped me to create the life which I have today. So all this support from family, homes, and organizations, I believe that any woman can rise, thrive, and lead with power.
Okay, brilliant. Well, with that in mind, what attributes would you say have led you to remain so loyal to MBG for all these years?
Right. Younger me was very hungry for the platform which can give me an opportunity to grow. And this organization became that platform. It has provided me some experiences which I have never imagined had I in Japan. And I stayed in Japan. And working along with the CEOs, investors, and sometimes with the government leaders. And besides, we have an office in Tokyo. And at the very beginning or initial stage, our management asked me to lead it, simply because I'm a Japanese. It sounds very straightforward, right? But then I had no experience to manage the office. I literally started from the scratch, like finding the offices, opening the bank account, and figuring out what the legal or tax system is in Japan. So with my experience, I know how the companies requires the support, especially at the initial stage of their business journey. Of course, it was not easy to manage the office alone or to manage the time difference. But then it was really fun and I really enjoyed it. So it widens up my visions and it was really fun. And this kind of challenge or the discovery has been continuing till today, which I really enjoy. And I will add one more thing to it. Not only myself, but also the clients has been with us for many years. Some of the clients has been with us since 2006 or even before my joining. So we grow together as a trusted partner.
Excellent. So there's sort of continuity there, which is good.
Yes.
Okay. What about yourself, Lydia?
Yeah, there are several reasons why I'm with the company for so many years, but I will just point out a few of them. First is definitely the work itself. See, Yamane-san was also saying, if you can, solve customers' problem and help them grow, it gives you a lot of satisfaction back. Secondly is the leadership that has always trusted me along with their approachability. So, at any point of time, you can step into CEO's or chairman's office, bring in some ideas, they listen, they guide you, which you don't find a lot in this industry as well. Also, the leadership itself invests a lot in training, upgradation of skills, which is a continuous learning experience for me as well. And third is that, the company has not just supported me professionally, but there are various incidences where they have supported me personally as well. To name one of them, there was a offsite one time planned in the Northern Emirates. We wanted to go, we wanted to celebrate our achievements. But at that time, my son was still very young. I was breastfeeding him. So I told the management, unfortunately, it's impossible to join that event. Though I was quite eager because, wanted to celebrate whatever we had done in the last year. So the management response was why don't you take nanny and your son along? And, in today's corporate world, these occasions are very rare. So this is just one of the occasions where the companies has supported me personally, as well as the support structure as well around it.
Excellent. Great. That's nice to hear. Now, taking that forward, MBG appears well placed to offer a comprehensive range of services and solutions to bosses in this region, particularly in the many high growth and disruptive businesses that are in the UAE, which you'll know about. So what can you tell us about that evolving relationship with the region's businesses and where do you think it can lead both parties?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Last 2 decades, MBG has been growing in hands with the region's transformations, ambitions, diversity and speed. We grew together. And UAE's Vision 2030, focusing on sustainable growth or knowledge-based future, this all perfectly aligns with our visions. I would say it's a two-way growth path. The region's business expands globally, and we grow all together with them. It's a trusted partner.
Okay, very good, very succinct. Now, one of your organisation's focus areas is to underpin growth with compliance, which we touched on earlier. Now, the Middle East has an evolving compliance environment with MBG already engaged in that aspect. So with that in mind, what can you reveal about your work focused towards promoting foreign direct investment? And Lydia.
Yeah. See, if you look at the last 2 decades, the UAE and the wider region have heavily integrated with global economies. So it's not just about FDI coming into the UAE. There are also sovereign funds or large local family houses which are investing outside of the UAE. Along with this, new tax laws have come, compliance is being strengthened, which actually increases the transparency here, and which will bring more trust of foreign investors, which again will boost more FDI coming into the region. So, in these evolving scenarios, it is imperative to learn and adapt global standards. So I think with the concept of our foreign enterprise team, more than 2 decades of experience, as well as our integrated approach, MBG is very well positioned to cater to these clients.
Okay. Now, you've given our audience considerable insight so far into MBG and also yourselves. But I'd like to put a few short answer questions to you both, if I may. Okay.
Sure.
So first of all, what kind of companies would you say can benefit from using MBG as a driver of growth? I'll ask that to you, Yamane.
Yeah, honestly, everybody, from the ambitious startup to global giants, we tailor the solutions.
Okay. And how many Fortune 500 companies has MBG worked with, Lydia?
More than 100 since 2002.
Wow, that's a good figure. Okay, which major names are you working with in the UAE at the moment?
Oh, it can be natural oil companies, tax authorities, government institutions, MNC, SMEs. I believe the 2 decades of collaboration have showing the trust that the customer have put into us.
Okay, so finally, you both said you enjoy your jobs, you love your families. So which one wins, working from home or working in the office, Yamane?
It's a difficult, but MBG is my family, office or home. So I feel every day it's very inspiring and motivated.
Okay, good answer. Lydia?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Home is cozy, but office is energizing. But what I've noticed that the coffee tastes much better in office when you have, your team and collaboration around.
Lovely, I'm sure they'll be glad to hear that. Okay, it seems like a nice point for us to jump off at. So I want to thank you both for a vibrant and informative conversation today. I've learned a lot personally, and I'm sure people watching have learned a lot as well. So thank you to you both.
Thank you, David.
And that's it for this Business Extra podcast from The National with me, David Dunn. Thank you for watching, and until next time.